Progress on the lead up to those.
I've never been to Washington. I just did like Denver, Colorado. I did Vegas, Detroit.
Declare the 9th Homeless World Cup open. So guys, let's make some noise for the opening of the Homeless World Cup 2011.
Es ist zum Alltag geworden, die Obdachlosigkeit. Es wird nicht mehr beachtet. Und es wird auch nicht mehr drauf geguckt, oh, der ist obdachlos oder sowas. Das nehmen wir Deutschen gar nicht mehr wahr. Ganz ehrlich. Und das finde ich traurig. Das sollte eigentlich abgestellt werden.
Also man sieht natürlich Obdachlose, aber es ist halt, ich würde jetzt nicht sagen ein großes Problem, aber es ist halt da. Man sieht es jetzt nicht so viel, höchstens wenn man mal in die Innenstadt geht, aber ansonsten.
Homelessness is about exclusion, and you could see it in people's eyes. So what's happening in the world, you're creating two worlds, a world of the have and the world of the have-nots. And the people that are excluded, it destroys self-esteem and confidence and self-respect.
Homelessness, it has, for me, it means that you have nowhere else, you have nowhere to go, nowhere to feel that you belong somewhere.
The important thing also is about dignity. Yeah, you may be poor, but if you've lost all your dignity, then basically that's the worst type of homelessness that you can have.
Homelessness is basically someone that having a difficult time. They're not living with their family. They're living in shelters. They could be living on the streets, living with friends, and lost their families. Addiction problems, mental health issues, depression. It stems from family issues. It could be child abuse when they're young, alcoholic parents, addiction parents, drug addict parents. So it starts from very young, and then it just grows into what they see was normal in their lives.
I work as a psychologist in the homeless shelter as well. And sometimes people who are there for a year, for example, when I ask them how do you feel about being homeless, they say very often to me they are not homeless, it's just temporary.
In the old days, we lived in stronger communities. So if you could get a house in the community, made you part of the community. Nowadays, we don't even know who our neighbors are in cities.
Was ist das für eine Kultur, die Randgruppen ausgrenzt? Was ist das für eine Kultur im Gegenzug, die Randgruppen in die Mitte der Gesellschaft stellt und ihnen einen Platz gibt, um zu zeigen, was sie drauf haben?
Could you tell us about it actually? Because we don't know much about it. What is the Homeless World Cup? Like, why is it called that?
You know, I thought we would just come here to play soccer, but when you really come in the atmosphere and you really hear people's stories, you know, especially from Africa, you know, people doesn't have the things and the equipment that we have. You know, it helps you to be more careful and to more generous to other people. And I love to give, and it's teaching me now that I can give more passionately, love, mentally, emotionally. And, you know, going back to the United States of America, I will tell people, you know, how great this experience was, you know, and is still to come. And it changes me. And I'm going to do a lot of things different.
This sort of World Cup is the opportunity for them to meet people from other countries and maybe exchange their point of view. I think this is really fantastic.
Das ist ja genau die Idee, dass man mit diesem Turnier auf die Hotspots geht, dort, wo man das einfach thematisieren kann. Hier im Schatten des Eiffelturms in Paris kann man auch sehr viel Symbolkraft und Strahlkraft dadurch erzeugen, und das ist die Idee des Homeless World Cups. Wir wollen nicht an den Rand der Städte gehen, in Stadien, wo wir dann eine abgeschlossene Veranstaltung machen, sondern wir haben gesagt, das ist das Urkonzept des Homeless World Cups, dass man sagt, man geht dort hin ins Zentrum der Städte, wo man gesehen wird, weil wir wollen ja was aufmerksam machen. Wir haben ja eine Botschaft, die wir rüberbringen wollen, und das geht nur dann, wenn man sich nicht versteckt, sondern wenn man dann auch dorthin geht, wo es gesehen wird.
C'est les mains. C'est-à-dire que tout le monde se regroupe ensemble. C'est-à-dire que tout le monde est uni. Voilà.
You can't have an international definition of homelessness. It's not possible. We actually sat down for hours and days trying to have one at the beginning. And the way we do it now is we have a definition of homelessness as per country. So if you're homeless in your country as per the definition there, then you can come to our tournament.
Sociológicamente la definición hay la gente que dice sin techo, SDF, sin techo, y yo digo el mundo está dividido en dos, los sin techo y con techo. Es la única diferencia. Unos tienen y los demás somos iguales.
Natürlich trifft es der Begriff der Obdachlosigkeit nicht, denn das ist auf alle Fälle zu eng, und es geht ja auch darum dann, dass es in jedem Land andere Definitionen, nationale Definitionen von Wohnungslosigkeit gibt.
In Japan, for example, the government has a very strict definition of homelessness. Basically, it seems only people who sleep in public places like parks and so on count as homeless. And there are lots of other people, in situations which in other countries would count as homeless, but they don't in Japan. Other places have a very broad definition, like the United States. I think they have quite a broad definition. In Scotland and England, we have quite broad definitions. So we'd include we'd include people in shelters, in hostels, as well as rough sleepers. So it's really difficult to compare.
Was mir halt persönlich nicht gefällt, ist immer diese Weltmeisterschaft für Obdachlose. Man kann nie sagen, Fußball für sozial benachteiligt oder sowas. Das stört mich ein bisschen, weil es einfach so untere Schublade reingeschoben wird. Also bei anderen kommt es vielleicht so an, und das stört mich halt massiv. Man merkt schon die Blicke, wie man so runtergeguckt wird.
In my job, I don't really use the word homeless. I try to ask them about how they feel in their situation, how they feel living here, but I try to avoid the word homeless, because in Poland it's very it's a word who gives you a lot of stereotype things and feelings.
You see, some countries embrace the word and they want to help the kids and they think good for the kids. And in other countries, they look down on you. They think, oh my God, stay away from me, it's dangerous. So that's why that word is very tricky. Different countries, different nations. But remember, we're here to play soccer. That little soccer ball that you see doesn't have discrimination. Unites nations that are at war together peacefully. And that's what it's about. And that's what we do here. Fair play. Respect one another, so respect each other.
Ich glaube, es braucht ein Schlagwort, es braucht irgendwie einen Titel. Und da natürlich hier 64 Mannschaften da sind, trifft der Titel natürlich nicht auf alle Mannschaften zu. Aber das ist ja auch bei jedem Artikel in der Zeitung so, dass der Titel gibt nur einen Teil davon wieder. Und was dann darunter steht, das ist dann irgendwie ein bisschen ausführlicher und ein bisschen facettenreicher. Und so ist vielleicht auch beim Homeless World Cup. Da ist ein großer Titel, wo man sich was darunter vorstellen kann. Und wenn man das Ganze ein bisschen genauer ansieht, dann sieht man, so bunt wie die verschiedenen Länder auf der Welt verteilt sind, so bunt sind auch die Probleme der Leute und die Teams, die hier spielen.
Wir können es nicht Street Soccer World Cup nennen, weil es gibt schon zu viele Street Soccer Turniere auf der ganzen Welt, die in diesem Bereich tätig sind, und Street Soccer World Cup würde meines Erachtens auch zu kurz greifen, weil das Soziale, und das ist ja die Grundmotivation des Homeless World Cup, eben ausschließt.
The sports is very important mentally and physically for everyone, but it gives you the confidence to go forward your limits. And when you put somebody with sports into some structures with rules, you have to follow the others, you have to respect yourself, your opponents, your teammates, the public, everything, the referees, then it's like society. Then from street, then you go to something very special.
Yes, we want to have a great event, but it's only if it's having the impact, it's creating the change. And so the second side of what we want to do is to build our partner projects in different countries to be more sustainable, or to be sustainable. So this event here, it's beautiful, people like it, I like it, but it's only 1 week of the year. The other 51 weeks of the year is really the hard work that takes place. And I don't think we would put all the hard work into doing this event if it was just to have it for something that was nice. It's about impact.
This was a way for me to reconnect with people. I'd used drugs for so long that I wasn't connected to people anymore. I was very isolated. I forgot how to be a part of a group. So there's a lot of therapy and a lot of groups that help you talk about it, but you get tired of talking about everything. This is a communication. It's like the simplest form. If I pass you a ball and you receive it, we've communicated.
Okay? Yeah, I'm good. I just hope my camera is.
You don't have to speak the same language to play football, and you don't have to speak the same language to respect yourself and the opponents and your teammates. That's the beauty of sport, that's the beauty of sports.
Sí, igual, aunque no hablamos el mismo idioma, pero pues nos comunicamos a través de señas y pues es lo bueno, ¿no? de hacer amigos de otro país.
The people are coming from the excluded world, so they have the same, no matter what definition of homelessness they come from, but it's excluded. So they identify with each other immediately. Immediately they get it, even though they can't speak the same language. So there's a great feeling of unity between them. And what happens is that as part of that gives them a great deal of confidence, because when you're homeless on the street, you're on your own. Now you become part of your team or whatever, then you can say, hey, it's a global problem. There's all these people in other countries. It's not just me, or it's not just this country.
I'm really surprised because here in Europe, I haven't seen people like in our place. As for me, I live in a dump site. So yeah, I haven't seen something like that, dump site or people taking things like food, clothes in this dustbin. So it's like they're more developed more than us. I don't see any corruption. I don't see things like in Kenya.
And everybody is saying hello to everybody, and just everybody's enjoying themselves. And of course there's a football tournament, but when the football is finished, you talk to everybody, every country, and know new people, and it's quite busy in the head as well. You get so many impressions. It's just get me goosebumps to talk about it. It's the first time for me, so I'm pretty excited and nervous as well. So
it's opened up my eyes for me. I get to see and talk to other countries and see how they live. And it's opened up my eyes. Like, I take stuff for granted when I'm in Canada. I take stuff for granted totally. You know, I'm here with my wife and my son. My wife got chosen to represent the girls team, and it's their first season as the girls, so
it's a family affair.
Yeah, it is a family affair.
Aquí en Francia mucho es todo, mucho razonar y discutir, no, poner en práctica, porque cuando juegas no se trata de decir tengo que cuidarme, sino que ves que si no puedes correr vas a dejar de fumar, porque si no, no aguantas, o vas a dejar de beber, o vas a tratar de descansar y de dormir en un sitio porque el cuerpo te lo pide, no porque el trabajador social te lo pide, sino tu cuerpo te lo pide.
Das lenkt dich von den Drogen ab, du machst Sport, du bist fit, es ist einfach besser, wieder Drogen zu nehmen. Ja.
This is an opportunity for us to increase our confidence as a marginalized population, and also we try to show the world that the equality, it's absolutely can be happen on our team, especially in Indonesia. So we can show that equality is the message, how we can unite and respect each other in the team.
Well, as in any other country, I think we have that problem, and I think this kind of event is part of the things to remind you that these people are productive people. They have the potential, and they can excel if you give them the right opportunity.
Bueno, este es un programa que se lleva en todo el país, que es gente que vive, es gente homeless o gente que se droga en las calles o infinidad de personas que están en extrema pobreza, porque en México hay mucha gente que sufre de extrema pobreza en México. Entonces de ahí se hace un torneo estatal, después se hace un torneo nacional, donde ya juegan todos los estados del país. A su vez, este programa involucró a más de 17,000 personas.
Para una persona de Paraguay que salga de ahí, para que tenga la oportunidad de venir a París, es de 1,000, una persona puede venir. Para persona que pueda representar a su país en un evento mundial como esto, es de 10,000, una persona puede venir.
No, I really think it's well spent money, because if you one person, you know, on welfare or in jails or rehab, it costs a lot. And now they don't have to be criminals doing drugs, and it's a role model. So we're recruiting other people who, yeah, it's a bit of a normality that you can see that to have a normal life, there are good things. So when you get a taste of that, you can be encouraged to. And one human being's life is priceless anyway.
Because this is a fantastic and respectable tournament all over the world. Whoever is part of this tournament, I'm telling you, will tell you, it's magic. If you think about FIFA, yes, thank you, but this is something more than FIFA can bring to the table. We touch people's hearts, we touch people's souls. When you sit with a person, you can't speak the language, but the ball and the laws will command, then it's fantastic, it's wonderful, I'm telling you.
This is something I'm going to remember for the rest of my life, you know. I hope to look back and tell my grandkids, see that kid with the green hair, that was me, you know, and I was playing for the United States, and it was an unbelievable chance. And to go back home and to spread the message that there is hope and that there's other people all around the world that are just like us, that you can do and you can be somebody and you can follow your dreams if you choose to do it, so.
We are thinking of playing a better match, so that maybe we can get some scouts who can scout us to maybe to go for trials in their teams, something like that, and maybe it will change our lives. We can earn something, since Kenya football women, there's no football women, they don't recognize it, so it's like there's a talent getting lost. So yeah, I'm very glad because at least we are exposing our talents. So I still believe that something good is going to come out of this tournament.
Mexicain et la gardienne du Kenya, bien solide. L'issue du match semble scellée pour le moment. Le Kenya se dirige. Regarde son chronomètre, il reste très peu de temps à jouer. 2 buts à rattraper côté mexicain. Cup féminine. Et c'est le 4-3, attention. Plus qu'un but pour le Kenya. Et la finale est terminée. Le Kenya est champion du monde. Qui est tombé face à 2 heureuses mexicaines. Kenya est champion du monde. On applaudit l'équipe du Kenya. En compagnie de Melio, le fondateur et président de la Homeless World Cup.
Scotland against Mexico, the Homeless World Cup final. Team Scotland, come onto the field. Mexico looking for their first ever Homeless World Cup victory. Next year, the Homeless World Cup will be held in Mexico City in 2012. deflected wide toward the Scotland. You're watching the Homeless World Cup final.
Go ahead, go ahead.
And the Homeless World Cup World champion, Team Scotland.
Scotland, 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 Scotland.
My mum's birthday, I know. Won it for my mum. So I did. Match 12, scored 3. Done it for my mum. Done it for my country. Scotland, here I come.
The Homeless World Cup referees taking a lot of praise from the crowd. They must have done a good job. The last time, let's hear it for the referees.
I cannot say a few words about the Homeless World Cup, but I will say this is the right direction. They should not stop. Let it go on as far as the world ends. Each and every country owns the Homeless World Cup.
Oh, I love it. I always love it. My first time was in Rio last year. It's just the world celebrating football for a whole week and celebrating each other, you know, celebrating life. It's awesome.
One of our trustees for the charity was the first ever captain in Austria for England. He was the England captain. His name was Eric, and he is now a trustee for the new charity. And I spoke to him, and everyone spoke to me about how much it means to people, but he looked me in the eye and said, without football, I'd be dead. And that really got me, because there was no PR, there was no spin. It was just one man saying, this saved my life. And that for me is, every time I think, why am I doing this? I go back to that moment, it's like, well, that's the reason.
I was saying to my granddaughters that when coming back, we will go on internet to look at the seats and see exactly how it has been organized and what's going to be done after that.
In some ways, it's completely absurd that we have to do things like the Homeless World Cup, really, if you think about it. But here we are, and it's making a difference. There's millions and millions of people homeless, so we'll just keep doing it. But we shouldn't really have to.